joyous at Old Trafford tonight. Welcome. Manchester United literally 90 minutes away from the quarter-finals of the Champions League. It is looking like a foregone conclusion with Manchester United carrying that 3-0 lead from the first leg, but anything is possible for the team of Manchester United's stature is hardly ever likely to throw a lead like this away. Well, for United it was a stroll in Portugal, winning by 3-0 and Louis van Gaal has the confidence to play a much changed side, including debuts for Sean Gross of all people. Pierre, I believe, makes his first Champions League start as well, and without Raul in the Benfica side, it just got a whole lot tougher for them. Progression is not really likely here for Benfica, but you never know. But United are under the leadership of Aaron Hibbert tonight, and that should comfort United fans for something. He might be a bit nervous with a couple of players that are not really recognisable in the squad today, but like we said, even a squad of this quality is pretty much almost guaranteed to get the job done. This is Manchester United, so this position for them to get the tie wrapped up and done, but they do have a 3-goal lead plus the away goals. So Benfica, I believe, have to win by 4-0 to take this tie through to extra time, and that's just to get extra time with 5-0 to progress through themselves. I believe that's what the standing is, and I think whatever way you adjust it up, Manchester United are not likely to let that kind of falling apart happen. Though over the last couple of years you would think that United are typical with collapses like this. But this season United have been the best team in the country. Good save by Romero, a chance for Benfica early on here. And another comforting thought is that Sergio Romero has particularly played well, and he's been called upon the early part of the season. It's certainly attest to that. Actually, with a cross. Lower back in. James Wilson, who had a ball against Club Brugge, hitting the wood many times. James Wilson, rather unluckily in some cases. And Aaron Hibbert, and you just know that he's not going to turn up with a lost cause attitude tonight. He rarely ever does. And here he is, but he's offside. He was going to turn and shoot, you can see it. Unfortunately, he is quite a bit offside there. But he was teeing up, ready to shoot. Ross trying to get in on the there. There he is again. Ross is kind of adopting the Aaron Hibbert mentality, going after the ball, but he has rather wildly kicked it out for a Benfica corner. It's over Rojo the corner onto Fida. And Rojo gets the ball and makes mincemeat of the incoming sliding tackle. Now Manchester United can afford to break here. James Wilson is calling for it. James Wilson's going to receive it. James Wilson's going to be unselfish. Aaron Himmel tries to bend it round. And I think James Wilson really didn't trust himself with the ball after many hittings of the woodwork and decided to pass to Aaron Himmel. Unfortunately, he was a bit wide. A bit wide of the mark there, Aaron Henwood. Valera. Vieira. Yeah, it's brought down, but there's nothing given by the referee. Trying to throw the ball to Valencia. Didn't work. Aaron Henwood is getting stuck in already. And we're trying to find Young. Coach Wilson to try and get the ball. Vieira. Just we get it back, but going for United throw. Pretty good throw, if not what Valencia intended. Wilson though trying to settle himself down. Vieira. Wilson. Here is Sean Gross making his Champions League debut. Tender age of 19, I think he is. Been in the wings for a while. So one of the real big names for United not risked today, and with the constant amount of games coming up next for them will be West Bromwich Albion in the FA Cup. Salvio battling with Henwood. And not plenty players can say that they went into battle. Aaron Henwood's relentlessness and come out on top. And either he did, it was only momentarily, or until the next time he got the ball. That's it to James Wilson. Wilson finds Gross the ball, people. Wilson, good block. Behind the defender. I have the sense that United just take it easily here. Don't need to be too impatient, but they don't want to be complacent either. Henwood, club captain, he's lost the ball there. Manchester United have had a rock solid defence all season. They're going to be boosted by the almost imminent return of Chris Smalling. The idea is that he is back in training now. Wilson. Cross to Danny Rose. Salvio, no urgency to get the ball off Danny Rose. James Wilson from the cross. That all started from poor defending really by Salvio for Benfica, not getting the ball urgently enough. And Danny Rose had it, but James Wilson unfortunately put it wide on that occasion. Still 3-0 on aggregate to United. Vieira. And a great tackle. This is ever. Valera lifted in with a cross. The ball's high and cleared away. Henwood again. Barely any added time on the clock. And that's the end of it. So far, job done for Manchester United. And you can certainly tell that they're taking their foot off the gas a little bit, but they've remained solid at the back, as has been most of the occasions this season, especially in the Barclays Premier League. So far, job done. United 0, Benfica 0 on the night. Still 3-0 to aggregate scoreline for United. Here it off. Second half kickoff at Old Trafford by Benfica. It's job done for United. Remained as solid as they can be. Not really much of the way of scoring threat, but Louis van Gaal not really focused on getting the goals tonight. That job's already been done. We just need to hold on now for another 45 minutes. And they're going to put their place in the last 16, but it gets tougher from here. No easy games in the Champions League. That's a beautiful pass from Valencia, but unfortunately Wilson just couldn't get on to the end of it. We're just seeing a football and he goes chasing it. Typical of him. And don't forget, he scored that blinder against PSV in the group stage. Here he is again. An absolute thunderbolt from him from so far out. Spectacular goal. Even by Aaron Edwards standards. It was beyond him. He somehow managed to put that in the back of the net. Danny Rose. And the throw in. Instantly taken by Young to Danny Rose. Rose looks in the cross. The ball has gone over James Wilson. And that's rather unfortunate because he did really well there. Bad header from the Benfica defender. James Wilson wrapping his foot round, trying to bring it under his control. The shot was really kind of wide, but poor James Wilson for the effort there. This is on with the goal kick. Into Valencia coming in, and everything's happening there. There with the throw, and Wilson has completely missed it. Here's Emilio. What's going on there? Now here's Sean Gross, the guy really unknown on the team sheet, but he's made a name for himself there. Great move. 3 caps. Great stuff from Gross. Finds Wilson. Used to be unselfish. Wilson couldn't find Valencia. Sliding in, completely missing. It's always amazing how quickly Aaron Himmel atones for something. Gross with the shot. Wow. And Gross here fancied the shot. Can't blame the lad. It's not a bad one either. Got to give Gross such credit. Good attempt. Gross, what a great tackle. Look at it, reckless, but the referee let it go anyway. Rojo came far up to tackle there. There was a risk, but here's Gross. And Gross shoots straight at the keeper. Have to feel that maybe sooner or later Sean Gross is going to score. He's got 20 minutes left to do so. It's a good looking ball. And she's got into kind of with Danny Rose, but again, Manchester United solidness at the back to a degree. And Danny Rose crunching tackle. The linesman is signalling it. Is the referee going to put Danny Rose? Well, play goes on. And here's Wilson. The cross. It's too high over Valencia. And the referee is going to put Danny Rose for the earlier challenge. Let's see this. It's almost like the Benfica player knew it was coming, but at the same time, Danny Rose didn't really give him a whack there, didn't he? And there was no choice for the referee but to book him. There's Rojo. Actually, got some pace about him, even his creased age, Valencia. He's putting the tie beyond doubt there. Great stuff by United. Almost crept in the corner. Cesaro would have been probably to blame there. She's going towards the centre of the line. She's 9 shots on goal. Only 1 for Benfica. I think that's been the story of the entire tie as a whole. Sees Hemwood, but to him. There, I don't know what the rushing was about there. Actually, just about got away with it. Roja. Wilson's probably offside here. The referee is not giving it. The flag has stayed down. Hemwood in all the confusion comes up with it. Well, Wilson, I would have guessed, thought he was offside. Hemwood, that's actually a wild shot, although it looked deflected to me, but the referee is giving a goal kick. Huh. Unusual. I'll give it a header. He's got to be careful, he's on a yellow card. Oh, and the Benfica player's gone all the way. He's tackled Rose, he's in space. And a good close down by Rose and Roja. To Ashley up. One minute of added on time. It's Marcus Rojo on the ball for United. Let's see Rose. And Young goes backwards. And that is the full-time whistle. And Manchester United progressed to the last 16 with a cool and collected performance in the second leg. No need to push. Progression was already pretty secure. And that's what it means. Tower and Hemwood 0-0 on the night, 3-0 in aggregate. Job done for Manchester United. The last 16 Beckets. Alright guys, I think I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning, but unfortunately after that first leg I played, the game didn't save. As I know it's booting up today, so I had to replay the first leg again and win by 3-0. So these might look different. I think they are. I do believe Paris Saint-Germain won by 3-0 first time around, but as you can see, City end up progressing instead by the same scoreline in the first leg, with Paris Saint-Germain getting a goal back tonight. I think it's almost exactly the same scenario with PSV and Galatasaray, except Galatasaray obviously progressed, winning by 2-0 in the first leg, which is what I believe PSV won in the first one before. And again, PSV getting a goal back. Actually, the second leg ended stalemate with Galatasaray going through. Obviously, no goals in the match at Old Trafford tonight, so the score stays 3-0. Juventus, who I believe did beat Real Madrid by a goal to 0 in the first leg anyway, so that one actually remained the same. They actually scored another goal tonight, making it 2-0. It's been a cracker, I think, at Stamford Bridge, as Chelsea won by 4 goals to 1 and progressed despite Monaco having a 2-0 lead. So Chelsea go through on a magnitude second leg performance. Goose Hiddink absolutely working miracles at Stamford Bridge there. Arsenal have won by 3 goals to 1, but I believe the draw was 2-2 in the first time around, but this time around, after the replay of the first leg I had to do, Arsenal won by 1-0. Lyon bought it back and had the away goals, but then Arsenal rather, won in extra time thanks to a 2-1 win there. Porto and Barcelona having a cracker. Porto winning by 5 goals to 0 in the second leg, despite Barcelona having a 3-0 lead, and Barcelona are eliminated. What an absolutely magnificent performance for the likes of Chelsea and Porto. Porto progressing by an absolutely unbelievable story down in Portugal there. What a result for Porto, beating Barcelona by 5 goals to 0 and eliminating them. Wow. Petersburg 4, Bayern Munich 8, but I believe Bayern Munich, who won 4-2 and then won 4-2 again. That's actually a very unusual omen there. So through Manchester City, Galatasaray, Manchester United, Juventus, Chelsea by an unbelievable story, Arsenal, Porto, despite being 3-0 down in the second leg, have progressed, as have German champions Bayern Munich. Alright, so let's have a look at the quarterfinals draw then. FC Porto's heroics have offered them a tie with Juventus. Manchester City will will entertain Bayern Munich rather. Manchester United have Galatasaray, and the heroics of Chelsea have earned them an all Premier League tie with Arsenal.